Welcome to episode 34 of the Search with Candour podcast, recorded on Friday the 1st of November 2019. My name is Mark Williams-Cook. This episode I'm bringing you another SearchNorwich talk, this time by Dom Hodgson, who did a brilliant talk on what happens if you outsource your SEO on the cheap. If you haven't heard of him, Dom is the founder of Candour and Little Warden. Candour is a link analysis tool, helps you find if you've got things like toxic links. There are lots of different link research tools available that maybe aren't quite as trustworthy. I have used Candour, it is decent. Dom isn't paying me to promote it, but I think it's worth mentioning. Little Warden is a neat little tool he also made that monitors all the niggly stuff that can fall through the net, especially if you're dealing with lots of clients, things like domain name expiration, certificate expiration, change detection, that kind of thing. So both worth checking out. Dom was kind enough to come to SearchNorwich and not only talk about the loads of charity work he does, but gave a really great example of just what happens if you try and stick your marketing out on Fiverr. Hope you enjoy it.
So I'm Dom. We've never met before, but you've just seen me speak for 10 minutes, but forget about that. That's my daughter Scarlett. She's not Dom. So I am CTO of Candour and Little Warden. And I used to run an SEO conference. I used to have a sweet shop. I used to have an advertising network, and what I mean to say is I like building stuff. I really do like building stuff. I just keep building stuff. It got so bad that my wife, 3 years ago, booked a transatlantic cruise so that with no Wi-Fi and no phone signal, so that I wouldn't build something while we're on holiday. We're talking about SEO software. We all use SEO software because there's a lot of it. No, seriously, there's a lot. There's absolutely a lot of it. Those are all I could find that fit on a slide, and there's so much more. And when you talk about building SEO software and how much money's flying around at the moment, we've got DeepCrawl, who raised 1.75 million. We've got SEMrush, who raised 40 million. Botify raised $20 million. And then I've just got no money. That is literally my daughter's piggy bank that I am emptying right there. So can you do it? Can you launch something? Can you launch a website or an application or software into such a dominant market? Well, if you read like the blogs and the books, they say build an audience, but what if you don't? What if you didn't have time to build a mailing list or write an ebook or do a Twitter account that suddenly got popular? It says get funding for marketing and growth, but what if you don't know anybody? What if you don't know any VC investors, or you haven't got time, or you just want to get it done? Write a detailed business plan. That's like the number one rule for everything. But what if you came up with the idea on a cruise ship in the middle of the Atlantic and you had no internet whatsoever and you just wanted to do it? Well, that's how we created Little Warden. We literally built it on a cruise ship while my daughter was asleep and my wife begrudgingly joined in. She's fine. It's fine. And there's this saying within websites that if you build it, they'll come. If you build it, if you build something amazing, if you build the best thing, people will find it. And it's not. It's not. In fact, I'm going to tell you, it's utter bollocks because, not many people will do this. This is an actual graph with actual stats. So you see here, those are numbers. And that's the traffic that we had. So pre-launch, I've never used one. Pre-launch, launch, and then boom, craters again. Yeah, back to there. Once you had that launch, you got initial Twitter push, and then boom, back. Now, at one point, there were more people in space than were visiting my website on a daily basis, right? And I'm like, I've just spent 6 months building this website. What am I going to do? Now, you're all smart people in this room. You're all thinking, Tom, you just need some digital marketing. That's all you need, a little bit of a push. You just need, some Facebook ads, some Google ads, some keyword research, a comprehensive SEO audit. That's not I just like that picture, and I just really wanted to find some way of using it. Some social media love. Obviously, you need a press release and a viral video because everybody needs a viral video. So, as a professional digital marketer, I go to the one place where everybody goes for this sort of stuff, Fiverr. Does everybody here know what Fiverr is? Does anybody not know what Fiverr is? Right. Basically, you go onto a website and people do services for $5. Sounds a bit rude. People do stuff. But well, we're going to talk about what people do. Basically, the price is $5 and people will do stuff. So, no. This is a serious grown-up conversation. So, we have a massive $50 budget for this. Yes. That is all the money I had at that moment in time. And we decided we were going to do $5 per maximum job. We weren't going to leave any negative reviews, but we were going to publish everything that got delivered. And obviously you start off with some Facebook and Google ad copy. Did anybody here do PPC? Anybody here do Facebook ads and stuff like that? Only 2 of you. Wow. So when you go to Fiverr, the first thing to do is, how do you choose? When you search Facebook ad copy, there are 1,800 results. That's people that say they can do it for you. How do you choose? Well, the only logical thing you can do, the only differentiator, is avatar. Like, this is Vito. I mean, look at that moustache. That is a strong moustache. He's got books behind him, so he's obviously read them. Like, he knows what he's talking about. He's like, that to me says, trust me, I can do your Google ads. So obviously we went with him. £3.51. I'll create an ad that attracts buyers and gets you clicks. I'm in, Vito. So literally, advert 1, it came within like 4 hours of buying this. We remember, so you don't have to. We didn't ask for images, but you helpfully sent the Xcode keyboard shortcuts for us to use. I don't know what that is. The line here that I've highlighted is, we make your site look good so that you look good. And I think we'll all say that Vito looks good. So he's like, yeah. So that's not all though, because Vito threw in an extra one for free. Wow. Amazing. He added some art, word art circa 2003 there. Your website called, ring ring. And click here to keep your website happy. What do you, people who do Facebook ads, what do you think? Do you think these would work? You can say no, it's fine. I could test it, but that would cost money, so I'm going to assume they won't. So the delivery was on time, the quality was decent. Would we use it again? Probably not, but 3 Vitos out of 5. I think that was a pretty good start for $5. So now we're on about keyword research. Now Dan's going to talk to you about keyword research, doing it the proper way. I'm going to talk to you about outsourcing it. This is Kathy. Kathy will research the top 30 best keywords for your niche. And if there's any Americans in the room, it's pronounced niche, like quiche, not niche. So she asked for some seed keywords. There are Americans in the room, right? So domain expiration check, redirect checking, and robots.txt change monitoring. That's what I sent her. I was like, look, just get us some keywords for that. You know, tell us what the search volumes are. What should I be targeting? And literally within an hour, she came back with this. Keywords, search volume, cost per click, PPC competition, and SEO difficulty. I was like, brilliant. $5 well spent. And then someone just stood out about them keywords, because I've done a little bit on my own. And it turns out that if you just use a free keyword tool and type in domain name expiration, they're exactly the same of what she said. She's literally just gone to a free tool, typed in my first keyword, done export, and charged me $5 for the privilege. No. Delivery on time, quality stolen. Would I use it again? No. 1 cold steak bake out of 5. Not happy with Kathy. Now this is the one that you're all interested in, the comprehensive SEO audit. Because some of you right now are charging, a couple of grand for these SEO audits. If I get a decent one for $5, you are not in a good place. So this is Dimmy. We went to him. Young Caesar, the username was. We're working and the report will be ready in less than 48 hours. Brilliant. Some of you don't do it in 48 hours. Meanwhile, would you mind sharing with me your business vision and goals? Dimmy cares. He wants to know what I want to achieve. He wants to help me. That's the sort of reaction you get for a $5 purchase on Fiverr. So I emailed him, look, this is what we're doing. We're a small company. We're trying to grow. We need to achieve this, this, and that. And then he replied with, hey, friend. See, we're friends now. We're working on your project. However, we just need a little bit more time. No problem, Dimmy. We're friends now. That's fine. So we gave him a little bit more time. And then the next day, boom, there's my SEO report. It's straight there. But you can't probably see this, but right at the bottom, it says Chris and Stan there. So what happened to Dimmy? And I I replied, I was like, is Dimmy okay? And I sort of got worried that Dimmy had got fired for delaying our SEO report, and they had really strict time budgets, and because he'd asked for extra time, and they didn't respond. And then the account closed like the next week, and I was like, I really hope Dimmy's okay. But let's have a look what they delivered. So first of all, they sent us a competitors.txt. They've looked at our website, and these are the competitors that they think we have. Expired domains, registrar.com, and certificate monitor. The two of those are registrars, and we can't compete with them. One of them is technically a competitor. They sent us this helpful image, which basically says we're doing shit in every category, but no justification on nothing that we should do to fix it. It just basically goes, ah. They sent us a disavow text. Does everybody know what a disavow text is? So the idea behind a disavow text is if there's links that are untrustworthy or could possibly give you a penalty in Google, you put them all in a list, you send them to Google and say, please ignore these. They helpfully created one which had every single link to our website on it. That's the start of fresh terminology. Just while I'm here, if you do need help with that, that's what Kaboo does. That's a small plug. And then it comes to the SEO report. The SEO report, this is what you're talking about. 233 issues found. It was a 20-page website. How much could I have done wrong with this? I used to work in search. Now, there's some people in the audience who have just worked out what's coming up now. So we had a look through it, and we were like, oh no, what's going on? But then at the bottom, hang on a minute, SEO Power Suite, they literally just put it in SEO Power Suite, press go, and give me a report. But worse than that, they hadn't paid for the subscription to white label it. They've gone for like the student edition to cheap out. It costs $99 a month to white label it and hide that fact. They hadn't even changed it from the default CSS. Oh, delivery was late, quality was cheap. Would I use it again? No. £2 World vouchers out of 5, hashtag justice for Dimmy. I'm just gonna take a little drink, give me a minute. So now, press release. Anybody working PR in the room? You can put your hand up high. You're supposed to be like proud, like, woo! Okay. So you're worried about your job here? Yeah. Don't be. Okay, so this is Jack Smith. Now, we looked at him and we're like, straight away, hey, Jack, we're going to go for it. We picked Jack for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's a good-looking fella. And number 2, he's been from both Nigeria and the USA, which means he's well-traveled, right? He's seen the world. He's been around there, and that's what we want with someone writing our press releases. And then you just look at him, and you're like, that's a good-looking man writing on Fiverr. And I don't know about you, but I just thought there's something a little bit. So I do what I do with every picture that I find dodgy on the internet. I did a reverse Google image search, and it turns out it's Richard Madden. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but he's from Game of Thrones. Right, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but he's dead, right? So, yeah, really, it happened like 6 years ago, right? So once, no. He's doing my Fiverr job. Oh, yeah. So when he delivered it, I said, hey, Richard, using his real name, brackets, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Thanks for taking my job. It's not quite what I had in mind, but I've checked your Wikipedia, and I can tell times have been tough. He hadn't been in much since Game of Thrones. I said, brackets, you should have been one of them Ice Walker people. They've been in it 7 seasons. They've done nap all the entire time. Thank you, and have a magical day. No response. So what did Richard Jack give us? This was the press release. Now, I thought I was being really smart. I thought I would get a press release written about the fact I was getting a press release written on Fiverr. Didn't work out like that. I don't know why, no, I didn't. So first of all, the first quote was, Little Warden was founded by a team of professional and specialized information technology. Professional! Little Warden Writers have tripled in size since opening its doors and outsourcing to numerous clients. Now, I have an issue with this. I do not like this because tripled in size. When we started the company, there was me, my wife, my daughter. At the point that was written, there was me, my wife, my daughter, which would mean that was only a subtle dig about my weight. And I replied back, this is my withing scale. And you can see that since we started the company, I have actually lost weight. So I want that rewritten right now. The undeniable facts are space or opportunities not utilized cannot be created. However, that does lead to my first tweetable quote, if anybody's live tweeting this right now. The undeniable facts are space or opportunities not utilized can be created. With the use of little word writing, your specific business needs will be optimized. Tell yourself, I know a lot, but I can still be wrong. Which leads me to my second quotable tweet. I know a lot, but I still have a chance of being wrong. Thank you very much. So the issues with it, just a few slight issues. They got the company name wrong. It was filled with nonsense. There was more than a few spelling mistakes. And it wasn't actually about what the brief was about. It was just made up. It was amazing. The full one, by the way, that is only 4 sentences. It's like 2 pages long. The full one is on the blog. Everything that we've done today is downloadable, and you can look through it. The delivery was on time. Quality was all right. Would I use it again? No. 3 Ned Stark heads on a pole. Sorry, he's dead as well. No, not in real life. So then we need some social media love. All right? Now I know what you're thinking. They're just going to buy some Instagram likes. They're just going to buy some followers. No, we're not. We're going to buy traffic. Because that works. So we found this seller here going 300. Don't leave. I'm not really going to buy traffic. Don't worry, it's not unethical. It's fine. Fine, okay. 375,000 fans in a Facebook group. They'll post my link. I'm like, that's easy money. So we just did some quick maths. 375,000 fans. Now, if we assume a 10% click-through rate of that, that's 37,000 visitors to my website. Now, we've got about a 3% conversion rate. That's 1,125 customers. Now, with a £30 basket value, that's £33,750 worth of new customers for $5. I'm a genius. Now, everything we do basically translates to us going on holiday. So seeing that, I was looking at the bungalows at Disney World, because that's usually where we go. And these are about £2,000 a night. And I was like, we've just made £33,000 in my head. I can stay there for 2 weeks. Job done. That £33,000 is every single month. And then I saw this, £500,000, 500,000 fans for the same price. I'd be stupid not to. Well, quick maths again, 500,000 fans, 50,000 visitors, 1,500 customers, £30 basket value. That's 45 grand every month. At this point, I was looking at villas. Because why would I want a hotel? I can actually buy a villa. That's what I meant. I've got 45 grand coming. And then I saw this. 20 million. Whoa. Now, we did tweak some of the maths here just to make it a bit more realistic. So we dropped it from a 10% click-through rate to a 5% and a conversion rate of 2%. Let's be realistic. So 20 million fans, that's 1 million visitors. That's 20,000 customers. That's £600,000 a month for $5. At this point, I was looking at a place called Golden Oaks, and they start at about £5 million a house. But I was like, do you know what? I'm getting 600k a month. Do you know, why not? Why not? Why not? And then I saw this one. 50 million. 50 million people in one group will see my link. So let's go through the maths again. 50 million fans, that's 2.5 million visitors, that's 75,000 customers. That's £2.25 million worth of customers every single month. For $5, my original investment hasn't gone up. I've still paid $5. At this point, I was almost a millionaire. So I did what all millionaires do, started to build up, going around. And I emailed Disney and said I'd like to sponsor a ride. Because sponsoring a ride costs about 10 million. But I was like, I'm getting 2.5 million every month. That's fine. So the results time. This is what we submitted to them. This is what was in the group. We got proof that it was in all the groups, everything like that. 3 weeks later, it's going to be posted to a group with 50 million people. We expected 2.5 million people to click through. Wasn't 2 million. Wasn't 200,000. What? Don't get ahead of me. wasn't 20,000. Wasn't 2,000. Wasn't 200. Wasn't 20. It was 2. It was 2. And there's the Bitly stats to prove it. There's the Google Analytics. At that point, I emailed Disney back and said, please ignore my previous correspondence. So delivery was on time, quality was lacking. Would I use it again? I did. 2 crying Mickey Mouses out of 5. And then we'll talk about a viral video. This is the one, viral videos, yes. When you go to viral videos, there are thousands. There's more people doing viral videos than there are doing Facebook ads. But I was very specific about what I wanted. All right, a lot of viral videos, they'll just take your logo and like splash it on a CGI. I wanted somebody to work for their $5. And then I found this guy. I will take a pie to the face and say your message for $5. I'm in. If there is anybody in this room that wouldn't pay $5 for that, I don't want to be your friend. Because that is like the best investment you can do. And we broke the rules on this one. We doubled the budget and we went for the £7 package. Yeah, because the pie would have the logo on the bottom. I was like, that is the dream. That is the dream with any small business owner. You want the pie on the bottom. So Cineworks Media, thank you for ordering. I'll have it done in about 4 days. I assume you had to bake the pie or something. That was Addy. So that, waiting at the computer, 4 days. About 3 days later, hey, I'm really sorry, but due to Brad's schedule, who's Brad? That was Addy. Who's Brad? It's like they're a small media company doing pie in the face now, right? Due to Brad's schedule, he's just had to fly out to LA for an emergency pie shooting. He's actually not offering this gig any longer. I apologize for the incontinence, which I thought was quite a personal thing to put in an email. But you know, I had paid $5 for a pie. So then I found this one. And I literally thought that was CGI. I thought somebody had photoshopped that onto that woman's face. I was like, there's no way this is real. It turns out it is, because for $5, I don't know, we probably won't have audio, but she's also from New Zealand, so she's got a funny accent. She didn't get the logo. Why would somebody do that? It's all right, it's fine. There you go, she waved. Nice little wave. So the delivery was delayed, the quality was magnificent, it was everything I wanted. Would I use it again? Oh yes! 4 Gangnam Styles out of 5. So the results, we spent that $50. What did it achieve? Was outsourcing on Fiverr a good idea? No, it was all terrible, it was all crap. But that's what we wanted. Because we blogged about the entire thing, we put everything on there, and we had loads of traffic. Everybody was excited. Like, I will go to an event now and people will still talk about the SEO report or still talk about the blogging and things like that. And we're doing it again this year. We're doing it slightly different. But failures, you can still get something out of it. And we intended this to be a failure because it was really funny. But there are things that we do as a company which are serious. We have 3 key principles that we have within Little Warden, which is be human, be memorable, and be funny. Everything we do, every marketing campaign, every stupid idea, every feature, tries to at least go to as many of those as possible. So to be human, I've mentioned it a few times. Little Warden, we're a small company, so there's 3 of us. Me, my wife, and my daughter. My daughter's shit at coding, so she doesn't actually do much at the moment. Right? I'm like, just get out there. No, don't spill it. It's fine. But we don't try and be bigger than we are. So when you sign up you actually get a little message from us. It's a video. We're all sat on the sofa, and I say, Scarlett, we've got a new customer. She goes, yay! And people love that because it reminds them that we're a small company. What my wife won't let me do is when people cancel, I have a video of her crying, but I just think that's funny. Hey, look, you take the good with the bad. When you've been a customer for a year, we send you a birthday card. A lot of companies in search, the ones with the budgets and everything like that, will sometimes send you a hamper full of alcohol and full of like chocolates and stuff like that. We're like a 30 quid a month product. I can't afford that. But we send you a birthday card and it's hand signed by all of us. Now, I could send you a hamper, or I could get a 4-year-old to write her name in 50 different cards. Which one's more difficult? Let me tell you that. It also has a little gift in there, which is a custom designed laptop thing. I've got some here for people. We're honest. So last year we had a small data loss issue which affected 3 customers. They lost about 3 hours. Was that tutting? Lovely. This isn't the audience interaction part. That was earlier. We had a small database issue. For 3 customers, we lost about 3 hours worth of data. And we could have got away with just telling them. We could have got away with not telling them. But we actually just emailed every customer and said, look, here's what's happened. You're probably not affected. If you are, we've emailed you. And the subject was, we fucked up, we're sorry. We got maybe 100 responses from people saying, that's fine, don't worry, thanks for letting us know. We got 3 complaints because I fact I'd used a swear word in the subject. That's all people were upset about. Not the fact that we potentially lost data, we'd done a swear word. So I was like, there's nothing I can do. Be memorable. We don't have a massive marketing budget. So when we interact with somebody, we've got to make sure that we're memorable. We've got to make sure that we stick in there. So when somebody mentions us on stage, when somebody retweets something, when somebody goes to a conference, we'll try and send them a tweet. And it's a handwritten tweet. It's personal to them, and it just says, thank you so much. Because every time we're mentioned on stage, we see it, we feel it, and it makes a difference to us. And be funny. We try and be funny. Our Twitter account is run by Robot Dom. I'm real Dom in the company, and the Twitter account's run by Robot Dom. And that came round as an idea because anybody ordered cards from moo.com. So when you order cards from moo.com, we used to get an email from Little Moo who'd said, I'm just going to talk to Big Moo. Big Moo's the printer, and I'm just going to see all your orders. And I really loved that idea. So when you sign up to Little Warden, you get an email from Robot Dom. Robot Dom's quite an arsehole. But he's like, look, I'm going to sort you out. I'm going to tell you when something's messed up. I'm the one in charge. He does all the emails and everything like that. I thought it'd be funny if I gave him the Twitter account. And he literally interacts with our competitors. And so this is somebody there going, I think this is the best new SEO tool of the year. And it wasn't us. So I was like, no, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they're good if you like that sort of thing. And we really do just interact with people. But we also interact with me. Because Real Dom and Robot Dom like to get in arguments on Twitter. And between us, Real Dom's me. It's just another tab. But literally, I will type something, switch to a tab, and reply. And people will be like, yeah, get in. Yeah, you tell him, Real Dom. And I'm like, it's me. It's fine. We gave him the Instagram account for a while. It was just pictures of other robots that he liked with stories. We have lots of Easter eggs on the website. So there's about 24 Easter eggs. This is my mate Jeff. He's been on the website for about 2 years. He only found out he was on the website because I did a presentation last week and I had this slide in and he was in there. And it's just what the Jeff. And our customers have started to call it Jeffed. So, we'll be in the Slack room. It'd be like, Dom, I'm just getting Jeffed all morning. What's going on? We've got an issue. And I'm like, it's nice that his name now has become a term internally for an error. There's about 24 Easter eggs on the website. And only about 12 of them have been found. And we just like having little things on there. And all that leads to this, which is, that for us is the most important thing. That's month-on-month growth every year. Now, we're a small company, so that growth there might be 2 customers. It might be 1 customer, it might be 5 customers, because we don't have a massive marketing budget. We're just about to do PPC. We've never done that before. So it's all word of mouth, it's all organic, but we've always gained more customers than we've lost with churn. And that for me is the most important thing. That is my goal every single month, is to sort of grow. Small plug at the end. Before I leave, just the Penguin Awards. See, I did this presentation yesterday and I hadn't done the bit about the Penguin Awards. So you already know about the Penguin Awards. So thanks, I'm Dom. That's not Dom. That's where I am.
That was Dom Hodgson at SearchNorwich. I hope you really enjoyed that. You can see the actual video of Dom giving that talk as well as his slides at search.withcandour.co.uk along with a full transcription of this episode as well. This week is actually the next Search Norwich event on the 7th of November. We've got two great speakers joining us. Andrew Smith, who is the ex-head of SEO for Expedia, Cheap Flights and eDreams, is going to be talking about big site SEO. And Stephen Van Vessen, the co-founder of Content King, is also coming along to talk about SEO disasters. This event, we are supporting local Norwich charity The Feed, who are as well going to be providing food and drink for the evening. Hope to see you there. If not, have a great week, and Search with Candour will be back next Monday.